Today I'm going to share 3 stories from my life. No big deal, just 3 simple stories. Story 1. Finding connections. When I was young, I decided to leave college after just a few months, but I didn't completely leave. I hung around as a drop-in for another year and a half, attending classes that intrigued me. You might wonder why I drop out. The story begins before I was even born. My birth mother was a young, single graduate student. She chose to put me up for adoption with one strong request, that I be adopted by college-educated parents. Everything was arranged for a lawyer and his wife to adopt me. But when I was born, they decided they wanted a girl instead. That's when my parents, who were on a waiting list, got a call. "We have an unexpected baby boy. Do you want him?" Without hesitation, they said yes. But there was a twist. My birth mother found out my adoptive mother hadn't finished college, and my father hadn't even graduated high school. She refused to sign the final papers until they promised I would go to college. And so, 17 years later, I did. But the reality of college hit me hard. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I was burning through my parents' savings. So I dropped out, trusting it would all work out. It wasn't easy. I slept on friends' floors and collected bottles for food money. I even walked across town every Sunday to get a decent meal at a temple. But I was free to explore courses I was truly curious about. I took a calligraphy class, learning about fonts, spacing, and what makes beautiful typography. I never thought this knowledge would have any practical use. But 10 years later, it came in handy when we were designing the first Mac computer. The Mac became the first computer with beautiful typography, setting a standard for design. If I hadn't followed my curiosity, personal computers might not have the elegance they do today. Looking forward, it's impossible to see how the dots connect. But looking back, it all makes sense. Trust that somehow, in your future, the dots will connect. Story 2. Love and loss. I found my passion early in life. At 20, I started a company in my parents' garage. We called it Apple. After a decade of hard work, it grew into a multi-billion-dollar company with thousands of employees. And then I got fired. How can you get fired from a company you started? Well, as the company grew, we hired someone I thought was the perfect fit to help me lead it. But soon, we had very different visions for the future, and our disagreements led to a major fallout. The board sided with him. I was out, at 30, publicly and painfully. It was devastating. I didn't know what to do for a long time. I felt I had let everyone down, and I even thought about leaving Silicon Valley. But something inside me didn't change. I still loved what I did. So, I decided to start over. It turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. I started a new company called Next, and another one called Pixar. Pixar went on to make the first ever computer animated movie, Toy Story, and became the world's leading animation studio. Then, Apple bought Next, and I was back at Apple. The technology we developed at Next became the foundation for Apple's resurgence. If I hadn't been fired, none of this would have happened. Sometimes life will hit you hard, but don't lose faith. Keep doing what you love, because passion is what keeps you going when things get tough. Story 3. Facing mortality. When I was 17, I read a quote. "If you live each day as if it were your last, one day you'll most certainly be right." It made a deep impression on me, and for the past 33 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do? If the answer has been no for too many days, I knew I needed to change something. Remembering that I'll be gone soon is the most powerful tool I've found to help me make big choices. Because almost everything, all expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, just falls away in the face of death, leaving only what truly matters. Knowing you're going to die makes you realize you have nothing to lose. There's no reason not to follow your heart. Nobody wants to die, even those who want to go to heaven. But death is the destination we all share. It's the ultimate change agent of life. Right now, you are the new. But someday, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. So stay hungry, stay curious, and stay foolish. Trust the process and follow your curiosity. Even when things don't go as planned, as with Steve Jobs dropping out of college, following your intuition and interests can lead to unexpected, meaningful outcomes. Life's twists and turns often make sense only in hindsight, so trust that things will connect eventually. Embrace setbacks as opportunities. Getting fired from Apple, a company he co-founded, was devastating for Jobs, but it pushed him to explore new ventures that ultimately shaped his success. Adversity can be a catalyst for growth and innovation if you remain resilient and open to new beginnings. Pursue what you love. Passion and love for what you do are crucial. They keep you motivated during tough times and help you achieve excellence. Finding what you truly love is essential, and it's okay to keep searching until you do. Live with purpose and urgency. Remembering that life is finite helps you focus on what truly matters. It's a reminder not to waste time on things that don't fulfill you, and to live authentically, true to your own aspirations and values. Stay hungry, stay foolish. This famous closing remark encourages a mindset of perpetual learning, curiosity, and courage to take risks. Never settle, and always strive for more, regardless of where you are in life.